Okay. Guys, thanks for coming in. Hey there, Caden. How's it going? Oh, you got your jigs. Oh, good, good, good. That's awesome, man. I'm doing okay here. Okay, let's get to tying. I already opened them and I put the sticker on my mirror and the jig bags. Put in my tackle bag. Oh, good. I'm doing pretty good. I went in, grabbed a sandwich, and I'm doing pretty good. Working on these ninja jigs. Hey there, Brandon. Good hour. Good, yeah, good early afternoon. That one has too many of them on there. I'm just working on a tackle store order. If I could get this thing figured out here. Appreciate everybody in the channel. Thank you again for the, oh, it says unstable connection. That'd do that to me. Them boogers. My reel just came in. Looks so nice on my 7-foot rod. Good deal. Braid should be here any minute now. Hey there, Wayman. Mr. Wayman North. This here's our ninja jig. 1/32. These will be going to the Rusty Hook sometime next week. The Rusty Hook down in Eufaula, Oklahoma, off of Texoma Road. Just finished doing an event for my wife, baking company, since she was sick first time doing it. Oh, yeah, yeah. I got to do 18 of these altogether. Hey there, GVM or GWM. Hey there. Yo. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you again for all the likes. We got 4 likes on YouTube. We got 1 like on, I don't know what the temperature is on right now on Ulaga. We have 1 like on our TikTok. I'm probably going to restart the live here in a couple minutes. We're just not getting the lives or the algorithm going. Oh, we got a couple likes coming in now. Yeah, I don't know what the temperature is. I'm probably going to try to get out maybe next week sometime on the boat. There's no promises or guarantees with that, but a lot of it will be what my work schedule is. I don't know if I want to take the Tahoe, pull the boat on the Tahoe anymore because of what happened last year. Last year, the gear shift link came off, and I was stuck at the ramp in neutral. I couldn't move my Tahoe. I had to get someone to come up and rescue me. I was actually on the ramp, boat was in the water, and I had to get someone to come out and tow me up. And you had all these guys out there that were bass fishing, like a tournament. They were doing their weigh-in, and none of them would come up and help me. I just thought, man, you guys are awful. Fished to Lala Creek, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, they ought to start probably in the next week or so. The temperature will be picking up to where I imagine the temperature is still pretty cool. I don't think it's no 55 degrees or whatever for the crappie to do their spawning. Good morning there, David. I know with the lake thawing out that people were having to, they said there was a big shad kill on the lake. And so when that happens, it's never any good. For the bank for you, yeah. Let's see. Caden, my arc gravity BFS reel will be here. Oh, 6 p.m. Oh, cool. Just finished doing it. Okay, I saw that part. Yep. Good morning, folks. I'm on 2 different channels right now. So if you see me answering questions that are not on the screen, I may be answering questions for the other live that's going on. Hey there, Kimmy. Welcome back. I had some of these already pre-tied, but I didn't have enough of these. And they're needing, how many of these packs? They're needing 6 packs altogether. So that's 18 jigs I got to tie in on 1/32. Yeah, I know our algorithm's bad in here. I think I've been shadow bananaed. That's what happens when you get reported or something like that. It's so easy to report people on TikTok. Um, they don't even fact check, whether somebody's, acting bad or what. But what ends up happening is your lives get suppressed, where you don't get all the people in there anymore. So I think that's what's going on with me. We just can't get any people. This one here is called the Ninja. These will be going down to the Rusty Hook down in Eufaula, Oklahoma next week sometime. I watched your lives probably 6 times or so. Why would they? Um, well, on TikTok, I would normally get anywhere, maybe 100, maybe 50 people. But I've had as many as 13,000 people watch me on TikTok. And I've had a bunch of times where I'll get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people watching me. But the reason somebody would probably report me or report my lives is because they may be a bait maker too, and they don't want me to get the views, so they just go through the process of reporting me, saying that I'm, maybe having some hateful behavior or comments. That's the only thing I could figure. A lot of times they do that on Facebook too. And just this week, I had again somebody send me, or Facebook send me a picture, and it's basically a lure that's all blurred out. It's saying that I need to not put these kind of these pictures on Facebook, and or else that they're going to suspend or delete my account. And so I know on Facebook throughout the years that's happened, and usually it's a fellow bait maker that is jealous or whatever, and that happens on TikTok too. I don't know if they can do that on YouTube. Hey there, Oliver. Let's see. Yeah, I don't do a bunch of bad stuff or anything. I don't talk bad. I don't talk dirty. But some of these bait makers, they don't want, they think that I'm taking their business or whatever. You know, and a lot of times they'll come in on my lives and they start basically poaching. They'll friend a lot of people, and then they keep sending, like, you know, how would I say, advertising for their business. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, that's just crazy. Yeah, and I got a lot of followers on TikTok. I got, I think 100 and I think 1,000, 101,000 followers on TikTok. But it could also be an algorithm. The algorithm's changed up a little bit. So again, I don't know. I'd speculate, say it's a fellow jig tire that's reporting me, but I have no clue. Right now I have 8 people over on TikTok watching, and a bunch of good people like Jeff Gardner and some of these other people, but again, there's, you just don't know what people do. People are just being people sometimes, and sometimes people are mean. I appreciate all the likes you guys are throwing out. Just trying to get this algorithm thing busted. Yeah, they are. They're kind of awful at times. Thanks for all the shares. We got 8 people on our TikTok. If every person could just share it out to one person, that would help out. Hey there, little Noel. Ruben, I comment. Oh, you commented on the video? Yeah. Well, thank you there. I think that's what you're typing in. I know that Norwegian spelling may not be the same as the English spelling. Yeah, people are petty. They're just that way. I mean, it's taken me a time to build up to the number of followers I have on TikTok, and a lot of videos, a lot of doing live streams, and and I know some of the people that they make really good baits. They just don't have, they may only have 3,000 followers or so. But there's some people out there that they don't have as many followers, and some of the people I know through Facebook and Instagram, and some of them are, you have a lot more that are really good people, but you have like a couple that are just, you know, they're not going to be happy no matter what. And they get mad because we get a lot of orders, and I mean, they don't understand. I've been doing this for about, pretty close to 15 years, and so I got, 15 years worth of customer networking, and and they have only been maybe tying a couple of years, maybe 5 years, 6 years, and they may not have the audience that I have, and that's why I always encourage, if you're going to be a bait maker and you're going to go into business, I mean, it takes time, takes work. Some people don't want to put in all the work. They want instant customers. Oh, thank you there, Crazy Life. I appreciate that. I appreciate the gifts, guys. Yeah, patience is a virtue. Yeah. Crazy Life. Yep. Thank you so much. I ordered my. Oh, you ordered a rotary vise. Oh, well, good. Awesome, awesome. And thank you everybody on TikTok. I know you guys are trying hard with all the likes, and appreciate all you guys over there. Hey there, team Rich Lips. Welcome in. Hey there, Stacy. Hey there, Josh. This here is our sniper jig. Oh my! Let me get this camera thing going here. Get it fixed up a little bit better. I can't afford a Peak or City, but I got one. Oh, that's good. That's you got to do what you can, with what you got, And I did that for years. I was using a $15 vise for I don't know how many years. I remember when I was looking at vices, and anytime I spend more than $100, I'll talk to my wife because I you know I'll do that quite often, and especially back then because $100 is it's a lot of money, but back then it was even a lot more money. And she's like, well, if you're going to buy whatever vice you get, I hope you can make it back pretty fast, and make it up in the checking account. And and I'll tell you how God works sometimes. Within 5 minutes of me making the order and purchasing the vice online, within 5 minutes, I had, I don't know, 3 to 5 orders come in, and it basically was double than what the vice cost. And I was so happy and enthused. I was like, "Oh my goodness, look what happened!" We got all these orders. And the vise here, it does. If you have a rotary vise, you can make lures a lot faster. You can make them a whole lot faster. I'm not going to say it's going to improve their cosmetic looks, as far as pretty and all that, but it'll get you to where you're making lures a whole lot more smoother. Yep, he does work in mysterious ways, but yeah, and yeah, Stephanie's like, yeah, you better, I hope we can make the money back, because at that time, I think the peak vices were, I think they were like 150, uh, and then you buy the D arm, and I was like about 170 altogether back then. And boom, we got like $300 to $500 somewhere in there. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was like a lot of orders come in, and this is like 5 minutes within putting my order for the Peak Vice. Okay, I'm making Von to you. Oh, okay. Popper. What is that crazy? Nice. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. I'll make it. Yeah. Uh, oh, cool. Well, good there, Oliver. And guys, thanks for all the shares. You guys make sure to pick up Jeff. I subbed to you, TFU. Yep. I got to make some of these in a 1/16 ounce too. I got to make 18 of. I think I got to make 18 of them in a 1/16 ounce round head. Hola. Yes, I do. Go to our website, Ruben Flores Jigs.com. And onde tu viva? Yo vivo aquí, Oklahoma, USA. ¿Tú hablas entiende inglés o no? Let's see, what size is this one? Oh, Chile? Okay. Go to our website, and it's RubenFloresJigs.com, and leave me a message. Jeff, can you do that? I don't know if your phone will do that. I don't know if he speaks English or not, but can you if you have a Galaxy phone, you could translate and put things in Spanish. And you type it in English, it'll come up in Spanish. And then if you could put that in there, go to the website, or anybody in the chat can do that. So go to the website and leave a message. Oh, okay, okay, gracias. Yeah, go to our website, leave a message, and we can talk. Yep. And then that we have shipped jigs to Brazil. I want to say Honduras. It's just the shipping's different, you know. But our website doesn't ship to South America or anywhere like that. We just have to do the shipping a little bit different. Inglés, you see, Portuguese, yeah, yep. I know. I know Portuguese sounds a little bit like Spanish, but it's not fully like Spanish. Hey there, Oreo. How you doing there? Hey there, Jay. I appreciate all the gifts on our YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We did send out our membership packages. If you do sign up for the $20 membership on our YouTube, we do send out a pack of jigs and a sticker every month. And this month we shipped out the St. Patrick's Day jig, which is the golden shamrock. We shipped out those, and we do have these on the website. They are $4.99 a pack, and it doesn't matter what size you get, $4.99 a pack. Same thing with the Funky Monkey, and the same thing with the Hellstorm jig. We're going to have some new colors coming out here pretty soon in the next couple of days. We're going to throw out a new color. So if you do collect our lures, we are putting out new colors. We do have a few people that collect them. It's different, but people leave their bias behind. There's no. Okay. Well, cool. Yeah, and I cannot read written Spanish that well. I could put enough together to understand it. But if someone's in front of me and they're talking to me, I can understand Spanish really good. I just don't understand, the reading of it. So a lot of times they'll make comments, and on our TikTok, if they make a comment on our TikTok, there is a translation button there, which isn't on our YouTube. I wish they had something like that on our YouTube here. If you wonder why I'm making up a bunch of these, I'm working on a tackle store order. These will be going down to Eufaula, Oklahoma, to the Rusty Hook off Texoma Road. Ah, well, thank you there. It's the other way around for you. Yeah, I mean, I do have Hispanic parents. They just didn't teach us Spanish. I wish they would have. My mom and dad, they did have a lot of difficulties in their marriage. Uh, my mom was the type of person that would, you know, keep keep stress in the marriage. And so, nice lady. She just, her and my dad just couldn't get along, and so they got divorced when we were young. And they're no longer with us, and they're, you know, they're both good people. Yeah, that would be awesome because I have seen some lives on YouTube where people are from a different country, and a lot of times the moderators will jump in and say, "Hey, use English only." You know, this is an English only chat. You know, where on TikTok, you'll get people from all these different countries, and all you got to do is, as the live streamer, is tap the translation button, and you can see what they're saying. And you know, I can't communicate, you know, back with a lot of these people that are from you know, Serbia and places like that, because some of the language, you know, I just don't know any of it. Um, but anyway, how it's a good feature on our TikTok there. Hey there, Brandon, how you doing? Hey there, Drew. You heading to the lake? Yep. Appreciate everybody here on this side. Okay, I got to put my charger over there. Let's get our charger onto this phone over here. There we go. That's the TikTok audience. I'm charging you guys up. My back is killing me today. One, two, three. Got to make a few more of these. I'll be done with this size. A lot of the jigs I'm making today have chartreuse tails. So I'll be seeing chartreuse quite a bit. Oh, yeah. This one here is a 1/32 there, Tanique. Yep. Yeah, I always kid around. You know, both my parents, they spoke Spanish. And I'll kid around at times and say, yeah, they spoke Spanish, but they didn't speak to us kids, and we didn't learn any. And so the Spanish that I did learn was after I became an adult. And it was weird going to family events as a kid, and everybody's talking Spanish, and you can't. I mean, I understood some things, but not a whole lot. and then the family members would look at you like there's something wrong with you. Which kind of stinks, you know. Hey there, is that Gene? Hey there, Gene. Hey there, Sammy Nibbler. How you doing there? You guys make sure to pick up Miss Sammy there. She makes plastic baits and all kinds of other stuff too. I'm doing pretty good today. Just busy, busy, busy. Lead pouring question: how do you keep your pot from clogging up at the nozzle? Uh, there's something that's called fluxing, Tim. Have you there? And there's some good videos on YouTube. I don't know if there's any videos on TikTok, but the reason I'm saying that is you can do you have you if you flux your pot, it cleans out a lot of this stuff. Sometimes uh, there's going to be stuff that's going to fall to the bottom, and it's just going to clog up your nozzle. But if you're cleaning your lead pretty thorough, um, you shouldn't have a whole lot of issues. And I fluxed mine with I have fluxed it. Yeah, I have fluxed mine with like copy paper. They say to not use like newspaper or papers that have colored print. But if you use white paper, a brown paper bag is probably the best because it doesn't have as many dyes in it as the white paper does. But you can also use what you call wax, like beeswax. If you use beeswax and put some of that in your pot, it's going to smoke up, and a lot of times it'll turn into a flame too. And if you haven't ever fluxed it with wax, I'm just kind of letting you guys know, if you use wax, it's going to flame up on you. It's going to smoke like crazy. Other than that, uh, I have two pots that I do my lead cleaning. One pot for just the cleaning, and then the other pot, I'll take the lead from that pot where I'm doing the cleaning and put it into my pouring pot. And that works pretty good for me. Another thing is you could take a paper clip and let me see, take a paper clip, turn it L-shaped, use your pliers because it's going to turn hot on you, and kind of don't scrape up and hit the plunger, but scrape up and push it up there, but scrape the edges and clean the sides of it. Another thing you can do to help clean up the nozzle a little bit is take a lighter, put it underneath the nozzle, and that sometimes helps out too. You don't use super glue like everyone else. It really is it really necessary? Pickens, if you tie really good knots, and if you put on, if a lot of people when they tie jigs, they don't, they're just wrapping thread. There's no organization to how they're throwing lead or throwing thread on there. So a lot of times, if you see me, I'm using a lot of cross wraps as I'm laying down the thread. Some people will they'll put some glue right here, and then they'll put their feathers on it. Um, I used to put glue in the very beginning, and I don't have any glue in here, and I have containers of empty head cement, but they would put a bead of glue, and you see there's no glue in there. I just use this for an illustration. And anyhow, when I used glue, you would have some of the people that would complain, the guides that would say, if you're using head cement that's toxic, that's no good for the fish. The fish can smell it, so on and so on. And so I'd go to the water-based glue, and then some of the other anglers would complain, saying if you're using water-based glue, it's not going to help because it's water-based and you're putting it in the water. And so I'm like, I can't make any of these guys happy. And I thought, well, I need to do something because I'm seeing, I started watching these documentaries, and I love watching movies and documentaries on fly tires, whether they're tying, fly fishing flies or whatever it be. And so I was watching a couple of documentaries, and one of the ladies, her name is Megan Boyd. There's a movie called Kiss the Water, and it's a documentary on her life because she's a famous fly tyer or dresser, and she wouldn't use any adhesives. And I thought, how are these people from the 1940s and 50s, 60s? They're not using any kind of resin, and they're making these flies that are going to catch these big old fish, and it's not tearing up the fly. So I started researching a lot of videos on how these people are doing their wraps and how they're doing their knots. And the knot that I use, I played around with it. It's a knot that not a lot of people use. Now, when I teach a knot, I just teach the simple hitch knot, but I'm not tying that when I tie my jigs, and it's because I want to be the only person tying the knot that I tie. And so, but when I give an illustration or teach the knot, I'm just teaching a hitch knot, you know. But I tie differently than some other people. We've had a lot of people catch 1,000 crappie on just one lure. I use a drill bit. No, we don't use a drill bit. I never used resin either. It doesn't really. Yeah, again, I tie a couple of knots rather than just one knot, and then the threading that I'm throwing down on the hook, um, and the way I stack the feathers and everything, and put the wraps on there, it stays very well together. I know I get hassled or mocked at because you'll have these guys that do use glue, and on their live streams, I've even had somebody on their video on Facebook say, you know, and talk bad about me. They're saying, and this lure, because I'm using glue, this lure will last, you know, forever. And they'll say there's people out there that don't use glue, like Ruben Flores, and like, you know, they'll say I don't know what I'm doing, you know. So hey, Emily, thanks for coming in. But I don't use any resin. I appreciate everybody coming in on our TikTok. Our algorithm is horrible. Just a couple of days ago, we had 400 or 500 people on the channel, and I can't get hardly anybody in here right now. That there is our sniper jig. Appreciate everybody in here. I never used. Okay, I saw that. Oh yeah, I had multiple knots. Yeah, you wouldn't be doing it full time if you didn't know what you were doing. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we've had people. They make these videos on Facebook, and they'll 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 have bad remarks about me. And one guy he did a screen video. You know, did a what you call it, a screen video capture, and he put a video on of me tying, and he went through the whole process of me making a lure, explaining to whatever his audience is on how I was doing everything wrong. And the guy only had, I think he had maybe 200 followers or friends on Facebook. And I think, why is he, you know, trying to mock me? And I haven't done anything wrong to him. But it came down to the glue thing. He uses glue and I don't use glue. And so he didn't like me for that. You're doing orders. I'm doing an order. I'm doing an order for a tackle store. Hey there, Catfish Cartel. Hey there, Big Sleeves. How you doing? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Way of getting near 100% connection on cable. Oh, yeah. So, but that's, you know, that's how they do, and I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not going to make a retaliation video and start talking bad about these people. Again, I don't mention them by name or anything like that. It's just the way some people do, you know. Got my box yesterday. Appreciate you, Ruben. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I got another order. I think we've made about 10 of them here in the last week and a half. Yeah, we are just getting orders like crazy for the mystery jig box. It's a good way to get a lot of different colors in. There's plenty of ways to get stuff that lasts without. Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, if you have to use glue or resin on your lure, you know, by all means use it. You know, I just again put a lot of research and study and again the knot that I tie, it wasn't a copycat of anybody else's knot. I thought, how can I make my knots better? And there's a couple of different knots out there. Oh man, that's my back popping. And thank you again, Catfish Cartel. You guys make sure to pick him up there. Uh-oh. There we go. Boom. Yeah, today I got to make a bunch more of these sniper jigs. And then I got to make a bunch of the fire tigers and ninjas. And then I got to do our Cajun crawfish, our crawdaddy. And this is a tackle store order I'm working on, and I'll be done with it today sometime. Yep, got a couple of knots I created and I provide myself. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it just you know, sometimes people are just, you know, sometimes they're just awful. And they'll do things to your live streams. They'll, you know, and again, they're trying to do something to make themselves look bigger. I am doing 2 live streams right now. I'm on YouTube and I'm also on TikTok. So if you see me making comments or seeming like I'm answering questions that you don't see, it's because I'm talking to the other screen. Size hooks do I use for? I use a number 4 mustad sickle hook for a 1/16 ounce. Now, a lot of that is just whatever preference that you have, because I know a lot of people they use the number 6 hook on their 1/16 ounce, and then there's a bunch of people they use a they use a number 2 hook for their 1/16 ounce. Some of the people that just do a little thread tie, they don't put any chenille on their jigs. They seem to tend to want to use a a number 6 hook, and just for a smaller profile. I got a friend of mine that he was going out of business, and I say going out of business. He's retiring. That's a better word to put. He was retiring after making jigs so many years, and he's like, you know what? I got all these jig heads. He says I just don't want to tie a single jig anymore for the rest of my life. He's like, is it okay if I just mail you these jig heads? And I'm like, yeah, you can do that. You know, I'll take them. And again, he'd been making jigs since like probably the mid '80s. So he'd been making them a long time. He's no longer with us, so there's no way he can watch this video. So he sent up the jig heads, and they were all number 1/16 ounce with a number 6 hook, like a J hook. And you know, at that time I was still new to bait making, and I'm like, how what's with, you know, the smaller hooks? How can you, you know, you're making these with smaller hooks? And he said, oh yeah. He goes, but I don't put any chenille on there. I just do a thread tie. He goes, I don't like using chenille. To me, it's just a waste. It's extra space it's taking. And you know, he had all his reasoning. But I had all these 1/16 ounce with number 4 hooks, or number 6 hooks. Most people use units in 40 pounds. Look, oh yeah. Oh, for braid tomato. Got this, and I have one more to make in this size, and then we're going to bump it up to the 1/16 ounce. Not to the swivel. Yeah, this is the sniper jig, and it's a 1/32 ounce. Uh-oh, that hook slipped. Be getting some 20-pound hollow core. in a bit already switched to hollow for 30 pounds. Oh, yeah. Hey there, Iowa Fishing. How are you doing? Nice and sunny out there. It's kind of breezy. We're not going to make it into the 70s today. So I don't think we are. Still a little bit on the cool side. Okay, now we're going to go to the 1/16 ounce. We got to do how many of the 16th ounce? We got to do 18 of these too. Man. New splice, just huh. Patriot, trucker, or not Patriot. Port Projo trucking YouTube. Oh, cool. You going to get some free time to go fishing this weekend? We'll see. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow. It's hard to do when you get a lot of orders in, and I don't want that to ever prevent somebody from placing an order. But it is that time of year. I mean, I still go fishing. Yeah, I still go fishing all the time. I just don't go live streaming all the time. You know how it is. There's always those that know it all. Yeah, there's a bunch of people that you know. Yep. Man, I got to go look at this here. I can't remember how many of the streams we were putting on the 16th ounce. Hey there, Oklahoma. Couple of months just making spicy tutorials. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I do love to fish. I'm just not obsessed with going fishing every single day. You know, we do have family events and I do have a business to run. I wish I could make money going fishing, but I just don't. If I made money just fishing, I probably wouldn't be making lures, but I mean, I love making lures. And don't worry about, asking me. I get asked probably about 5, 10 times a day, am I going to go fishing today? I get people sending me text messages, and the problem is that when I go fishing and I do a live stream, I don't really get that many orders. I don't get hardly any orders when I go fishing. And a lot of times I go fishing, I catch what I want to eat, bring it back home, and I'm done. But I don't go live streaming every single time I go fishing. Some of it's just I want to get out by myself. Some of it's you know I just want to catch food and just get home. And then some of it's just I can't get a good signal to go live. I do like going live though. It's in total semi-regular basis nowadays. Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean it does help me sell a little bit, but we get so many orders from me just tying jigs and talking fishing. And um, I mean, there's some guys they go fishing. Some of them make anywhere from like $500 a fishing trip just from people sending them tips to anywhere like $10,000 a fishing trip. I was watching this one fella a couple of weeks ago. He's out fishing and people were just throwing gifts at him left and right. And so I go and see how many gifts he's received, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this person he's made almost $7,000 just on gifts. I'm like, man, this, and that's all the guy does is go fishing. He doesn't make lures. He doesn't, yeah, he'll make some rigs and stuff like that at times, but his main thing is catch. He catches a lot of fish. He makes a lot of money doing that. Hey there, John. I just don't make that kind of, and I don't aspire to do all that. Again, I make my living making lures. And I'll get to go fishing. I get to go fishing quite a bit. Sometimes I go fishing 3, 4, 5 times a week. But the times I do that kind of fishing is usually during summer, and it's because it's just we're not getting as much business, and I get to go out there and enjoy myself and go do some fishing. But I'll be out there right now. Some of the things that we're dealing with is we just had our lake freeze up not even a full week ago, and when it freezes up, you have what's called a shad kill. It kills a lot of the shad that are kind of close to the surface, and so a lot of those crappie and catfish and hybrids and all of them, they're feeding off of all the dead shad, and so I'm not going to catch a whole lot if I do go out there. Yeah, yeah, it's the water's still cold. I mean, even though it was 80 degrees yesterday, the water's still freezing cold. Today's high is like 62, 63. It's been weird this year, it seems. One day. Yeah, yeah, and here, I mean, it's going to start leveling out here in another week or so. Again, we have had snow here in northeast Oklahoma in March, but once we get past the 15th, I can't remember a single time in the last 30 years that it's snowed past the 15th of March. Yep, that's Kentucky there, maybe. Yep. Oh yeah, I bet they are. Yep. Yeah, John was saying on the other channel that up north, many of the channel catfish or they're dying in the ice. Yeah, I had a friend go to the lake near one of the docks, and there was not a single car at the dock. It's like nobody's fishing on the dock, and you know, and then you find out that yeah, there's a big shad kill, and they're just not biting right now because they're getting all full off of the shad that are dead in the water. Hey, Nimby, how's it going? This one here is a 1/16 ounce. This one is the 1/16 ounce sniper jig. Yep, we do have a BOGO sale going on. Flowcast circle hooks. Buy one pack, get the second pack free. Buy one, get one. We also have our striker rods. That's a catfish pole, Flowcast striker rod, 7'8", 2-piece, medium heavy action. And it's an excellent rod for catfishing, striper, sturgeon. Catch big fish with those poles. They are running $69.99. Hey there, Hannah. Yeah, these are mustad hooks. Oh man. Oh, if I sent you an invitation to go live, don't accept. I accidentally did that while I was grabbing the phone. Okay, guys, I'm going to take another little break here. Before I do so, I'm going to shrink up the camera a little bit. Oh, come on. Why does it do that? There we go. If you guys have any questions, now's a good time to ask. Or forever hold your peace. So we'll see you guys later. My vise setup. Yeah, I can see the vise setup. Yeah, this is our peak. We do sell it with the D-arm. We do sell the peak vise. And then down there, let me see if I can get it down there. That's our C-clamp. We do have a pedestal vise that we're going to be getting back in here pretty soon. So we'll see you guys later. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. You guys be good.